What is up, YouTube? It's Big Papa Jake back at you with another figure review, and today it's going to be an opening. I'm going to do the WWE Mattel Legends Elite Series 24, and today we're going to open up the Hulkster, which I believe was from WrestleMania 8, and Jim the Anvil Neidhart / The Who. It's a 2-in-1 figure. Gonna open these today. I was gonna keep them mint on card, but if you look here, Jim the Anvil came with his glasses off. I got no way of fixing that and displaying them, so I figured, what the heck, we're gonna crack them open. And then the Hulkster's box didn't come as pristine as I'd like. It's got some nicks and knocks off of it. Not as great. Plus, like I said, there's been so many Hulksters this year, I can crack one open and let her breathe. So I figured I'd open that up. So let's real quick go. We're going to start with Hulk Hogan. And again, this is WWE Legends Series 24. WrestleMania 8, as I said, Hulk Hogan. Let's read what it says on the back. Got the little blurb. Let's the glamour shot. Let's see what it says here. It says, titles, WWE Champion. Well, let me tell you something, brother. In the main event of WrestleMania 8, in front of millions of Hulkamaniacs across the world, the immortal one, Hulk Hogan, would go nose to nose with against that no good turncoat, Sid Justice. So what you gonna do, Sid Justice, when the Hulkster, his 24-inch pythons, and the power of Hulkamania runs wild on you? I gotta admit, WrestleMania 8 is not up there in one of my favorites. As I recall, I think that was Flair and Savage, which was an awesome match. Always great when those two got together. But really, I don't know if there's much memorable about that. So let's crack this open real quick. Well, first, let's look at the packaging. Again, I love the Legends packaging. It reminds me of the Defining Moments boxes. Really like it. It seems special, seems cool. Has the old Legends logo even from the first series. We got Hulk Hogan on the side in the glamour shot. On the other side, Hulk Hogan on the side. Got the cross cell on the back. Kurt Angle, Anvil Neidhart, Farouk, and Hulk Hogan. I'll talk about the wave a little bit. I've been on a Hulkster tear. I've gotten almost every one released this year. 40th anniversary of Hulkamania. Again, was not a Hulkamaniac growing up, but I do really appreciate him now and his contribution to wrestling. My opinion, greatest babyface and greatest heel turn. Really did the most for the business, more than anyone else. Even more than my revered Macho Man Savage. Granted, obviously great, my favorite, but Hulk Hogan contributed to the business, and wherever he went, he made money. As far as the other ones, Angle, I still don't have a Kurt Angle in my collection. I may change that. If I see this one on clearance or something, I may grab it and open it up. But Anvil Neidhart, had to get that. I am a Hart Foundation fanatic, the tag team. I've said it on the channel before, not necessarily a fan of Bret Hart as a single, but the Hart Foundation as a tag team. And Anvil was my guy. Loved Anvil. He was my favorite of the tag team. The big powerhouse, the big rhino, as Bret Hart's dad, Stu, used to call him. Farouk, not really, love Ron Simmons, love the APA. Nation and Domination, not my thing. So I'll pass on that. And obviously the Hulkster. So let's crack this guy open real quick. I'm not going to be that gentle with it, just to save some time. But again, this packaging is awesome. And another thing that really excites me about this wave, and a lot of the Legends, I guess I've noticed, there's a lot of soft goods in these. Real quick, you got the glamour shot inside too. That's always kind of cool. If you could get that out. I wish it was a card that you could pull out and hang them up somewhere. But yeah, let's get rid of that. Take a look at the Hulkster, see if we got any ties, and we do. But as I was saying, I got my scissors out. Really love the soft goods that they're going to on this stuff. Makes me really enjoy these figures more. The rubber shirts and plastic shirts or whatever, they always bothered me a little bit. They don't sit right. One thing I will say about the soft goods, though, if you guys are like me and have these in your man cave, they do get a little dusty, and I kind of hate the look of that, especially the black NWO wear seems to show the dust a lot more than other stuff. But yeah, both of these, as I'll go over, have some really good soft good wears. Got twist ties all over this thing. A little difficult to get them out with my sausage fingers here. Got one more. There we go. I don't know how some of these YouTubers make this stuff look so easy, but they do. Alright, let's free him up here. There we go. There's the Hulkster. And we'll get out his accessories. Really not much came with this one. Got 2 extra set of hands. And that's about it, other than what came on them. So we've got the obligatory pointing fingers for Hogan, gripping hands. I don't know what they're gripping for because he doesn't have a title. One thing I will say, no fists. Hulk Hogan with no fists. That's interesting. Didn't get fists. He's got the cup the ear hands on the figure. So, but anyway, yeah, great tan on this Hogan. As another YouTuber I'll shout out, he says the hot dog tan. Hulk Hogan looks like a roller grill hot dog sometime. But yeah, let's take a look-see. Again, the Hulk Hogan American flag shirt. Obviously, it rips in the middle, so he can do his, Hogan must pose shirt rip. The cupping hand so he can hear the crowd. I may put the point finger on so he can point to Sid Justice. Maybe I'll set him up with my Sid. But yeah, I mean, typical Hogan. Got the rips in the back of the shirt. The red and yellow. That's how we think of Hulk Hogan. The little thinner version. Early 90s Hogan after the steroid trial and all that other stuff came to light. And, well, not after the trial, but after the steroid, craze, I'll say, of the late 80s. Slimmed down Hogan, more like he looked right before he left for WCW. And honestly, I don't know, I know he was at WrestleMania 9 in that, I won't say show of a main event, but that not my favorite main event. But so I know he was around for another year after taking some time off. But yeah, that's definitely representative of Hogan in the early 90s. You can see he's getting his bald spots growing, but comes with the do-rag. It says Hulkster. Yeah, pretty cool figure. I mean, I'll say plain Jane. When it comes to a Hulk Hogan, I think it's pretty plain Jane, but yeah, pretty good. No belt, obviously. I think the belt was on Macho Man then or Flair, one or the other. I can't remember. I think it was on Flair and Macho Man beat him for it. Or maybe it was the other way around. I'd have to go back and check my history, but I know that was for the title, and it was the co-main event because, of course, with the name Hulk Hogan, they had to put him in the main event. So Sid Justice and him was the co-main event. Don't remember much about that match other than, of course, Hogan won. I remember how it got set up was first the Royal Rumble when Sid helped get Hogan out of the ring, and so Hogan reached up and pulled Sid out of the ring. Kind of a, turnabout's fair play type of deal. But yeah, so that's how that whole feud started, and it's kind of a cool match. Everyone said that WrestleMania 8, and I'll agree wholeheartedly, don't know why they didn't go with Hogan and Flair. I've heard some talk that in some of the house shows going around the circuit at that time, Hogan and Flair didn't draw money, which I find that hard to believe. I mean, hell, there isn't a guy my age, and I'm 50, there isn't a guy my age who didn't read wrestling magazines and read the dream matches and want to see Hogan versus Flair. And the minute Hogan stepped foot in WCW, they knew that was the money match, was Hogan-Flair. So I don't know why Vince and WWF back in the early 90s was so dead set against that being a main event. You would think WrestleMania main event right there. I mean, just book it. But yeah, so again, WrestleMania 8, Hulk Hogan, 91, maybe 92, maybe 92. So, yeah, cool figure. Soft goods shirt. Love it. Going to be on my shelf. Like I said, cup in the ear, listen for cheers. So, all right, let's set him aside. And we will go to the Anvil. Now, the Anvil, as I pointed out, you can kind of see his glasses fell down. Otherwise, I was going to hang him up on my Heart Foundation section. It also comes with the Who mask. It was a character called the Who for a little while. Kind of reminds me of the question mark in NWA in recent years. I think he passed away too. It's kind of sad. Anyhow, I do not remember the gimmick of the Who at all. I do remember him in a tag team with Owen as the New Foundation, wearing these goofy ass 80s clothes, 80s, 90s, checkered neon, oversized rapper pants. Both him and Owen came out in that. Weird, but weirdly cool. And the Anvil still had the attitude, had the big guy toughness. So love the Anvil again. My favorite member of the tag team, the Heart Foundation. But yeah, so let's read what it says first before we crack them open. Heart Foundation disbanded after their World Tag Team Championship loss at WrestleMania 7. Sad day for me when they lost. Bret the Hitman Hart began his singles run for the WWE Championship, and his partner Jim the Anvil Neidhart was left figuring out his next move. He formed a tag team called the New Foundation. Interesting enough, they don't mention Owen Hart in this. Called the New Foundation. Soon after, Anvil had to discover a new identity. But who would that be? A little play on words. So anyway, let's crack this guy open. As you see, get the glamour shot on the sides. The Anvil, looking good. Love that goatee. Man, I wish I could get this guy to look like the Anvil. I'd do the laugh. Anyway, but yeah, this is awesome packaging, as I said, with Hogan. Can't wait to tear this one up and see the soft goods that he came with. Again, I have a feeling that's going to be a little bit of a dust collector in my basement. All that cloth, but let's crack into them here. There you go. Free him up from the box. Them darn sunglasses, man. I wish they'd have been on his face. I'd have kept this one mint. And again, the good thing about some of these legends is I don't know if they overproduce or they just don't sell that well, but a lot of times, hell, I got a Hogan, Real American Hogan for $6. I mean, you can pick these things up for cheap if you're patient. And again, this Hogan will probably, I don't want to say be a peg warmer, but, you know, again, 40th anniversary of Hulkamania, there have been so many figures. But yeah, Anvil, again, favorite member of my favorite tag team, and I'll say it again, I said it before on this channel, I am a tag team fanatic. One thing that bothers me the most about modern day wrestling is all shows seem to ignore the tag team division. The WWE could have amazing tag teams, an amazing tag team division. They could have a whole show just dedicated. And I thought of that. Why not have a whole show dedicated to just tag teams? I think that'd be awesome. However, they don't put the premium on them. I think Vince didn't care for tag teams. I think Triple H kind of inherited that. You get more of the, hey, let's put star X with star Y. Congratulations, you're the tag team champs. I don't like that. Give me a tag team with a gimmick, outfits, masks, whatever. Bring the tag team division back. I would love to have more, like the New Day, the Creed Brothers, things like that. Give me a gimmick. Give me good tag teams, good tag team work, and let's get the division going. So, okay, again, here's the Who mask. Don't know anything about it. Never saw this gimmick. Obviously, it was short-lived. I know the Anvil was having some trouble after him and Bret Hart split up. You know, he was having some trouble. I think he had reliability issues, whether it was substance abuse or whatever. I know that I've heard stories of him leaving the company for a while, and then Stu would call up Vince. Stu Hart would call up Vince and say, hey, how about giving him a chance? And Vince would be a softie and let him come in. So, but again, my favorite member of the Hart Foundation. The new foundation, you know, I mean, good idea. Put him with Owen, see what happens. Anytime they put the word new in front of anything, the new Rockers, the new whatever, the new, what was it, New Midnight Express, there's been all kinds of them. It never works. Even LOD 2000 didn't work. Anyway, so you got gripping hands here. He came with the Fists of Fury. Got to have the anvil with fists. That was his #1 weapon. And again, this is a very cool figure. I think that head scan's been used before. I think that head scan was on my Hart Foundation tag team. The mouth open, the laugh like that. I think that head scan's been used before, but there it is. It's got that goofy ass outfit, like I said. Got the headband. Got the glasses. I'll take those off. We're gonna lose those. Got the glasses there, the Neidhart sunglasses. Let's take a look. There's the bandana. I think we might just go ahead and look at what's under there, because I think that's his Who costume. So, again, beautiful soft goods. Beautiful soft goods. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't know how he wrestled as the Who. He didn't have anything under this. Kind of, again, oversized clothes. The pants. I remember Owen wrestling that. I guess the Who was just in yellow tights, because that's all he's got under there. The checkered boots. So, but really cool. You know, I'm glad I didn't pass on this. I saw it on Target online, and I'm like, yeah, it's still up for pre-order. Let me go ahead and get it. I'm not going to try to hunt down all the Legends figures. There's been a lot of the line that was hit or miss for me. But, and again, I almost passed on this, but it just kind of stuck out to me that, yeah, maybe I should add this one into my collection. And I am actually pretty glad that I get to add this one unboxed to my shelf, because I like to look at these and play around with them a little bit. And I got a lot of friends of my kids that like to come over and look at them, and I don't worry about if they knock them over or play with them. It's kind of just make sure you put them back where you found them. That's all I care about. Anyway, but yeah, that's actually a pretty wicked cool figure there. Love that laugh. Love that face scan. That's definitely the Anvil. You wouldn't mistake him for anything else. Wish he would have been around to enjoy the resurgence of the WWE and watch his daughter Natalia make him proud. I really wish Natalia would get another run, that's for sure. But boy, I can see why these glasses slipped off. They're really not. His head doesn't have a lot of place to put these glasses. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Kind of looks like a cab driver on crack, if you ask me. So I don't know how these. I guess the boots just tuck in, and yeah. Very cool, though. Very cool. I wonder if they're going to ever, considering getting Owen back in the fold. I know there's been a lot of family drama and Owen's wife and all that. You know, she very quickly went over to AEW with the marketing of Owen figures and that, and I do have an AEW Owen that I could decorate like this. I've seen people doing that, getting a spare anvil and putting this outfit on Owen too, and making the new foundation. Very cool idea. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep my Owen mint on box, but yeah, really like that. So these are the Series 24 Hogan and Anvil Neidhart. Very cool figures. May pick up Kurt Angle if I see him on clearance. Farouk, no interest. I mean, maybe if I saw him on clearance. I do have a Nation of Domination, Mark Henry, and could put those guys together. But let me know what you think of these figures, if they were a pass, if you picked them up. I know the Hogans, like I said, we've been just getting a ton of them. Also, let me know, there's something I've been thinking about, maybe for my next video. I've been thinking about making my top 10 favorite tag teams. And I've been thinking about who they are, and they span a time frame of probably, early 80s to late 90s. Really, again, I stopped watching right after the Monday Night Wars were over, so I don't really have a lot that would be in the modern era from 2000 on. But I'm thinking of doing a list of my favorite tag teams and showing you figures from each one of those favorite tag teams, because I'm pretty sure I would have most, if not all, of my favorite tag teams represented in figure form, and I could just show some figures and talk quick about it. So throw me a like and a comment in the comments if you want to see that. See a video where I go over my top 10. Maybe I'd go, 10 through 6, the first video, just so it didn't get long, and then do another video of my 5 through 1. So let me know what you think about that. In the meantime, good luck hunting. Hopefully you find the figures you want. I'm still on the hunt for a lot of stuff. The shore workers strike is going to keep my outsiders from coming in. Probably going to delay my Steiner Brothers Ultimates from coming in. So right now I have nothing on pre-order that's expected to hit. I've been hitting up the stores looking for the few things that I want. I'm looking for those, the greatest hits. I think it's Series 2 with Erwin R. Shyster and that. I really need to get my hands on that Erwin R. Shyster Legends figure. I missed his first one, so I really need to get that in my collection. Would love to find it. If anyone has one, wants to trade anything, hit me up. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to see that favorite tag teams list in figure form. It won't be my favorite figures of the tag teams, because some of them I don't have the best figures that I'd like to have from. But I will give you a hint. My number 1 tag team on there would be represented in LJN form. I don't have them, but that would be my favorite. So, all right. Pretty long video. Apologize for that, but thanks for tuning in. Throw me a like. Big Papa Jake's out. Deuces, ooses.